right, everybody. So Monday night game over with, and we got another dud. Uh, so far, I was like tonight was like a Thursday night football game, sort of in a way. I was like, well, it's been weird because like we've had like double games for the last couple Mondays, so this was the first Monday without it, and it was kind of also the one that I wish we had another Monday night game to at least have something else to bounce back, even if it wasn't as like competitive, but it's almost just something going on. Because in this one, it really wasn't. Uh, once like I guess like going to the fourth quarter, it really wasn't. Uh, Pretty much this game was really, it almost made me sort of think of the Patriots and Cowboys game. Not gonna lie, even though that one was a bigger blowout than like this one is, but it really seemed like you had a fast defense like the Cowboys, and I was like weapons on offense. Whether they did it in like the run game or the passing it or whatnot. Although I think the Seahawks are the Cowboys had the potential to be a really high flying offense, but the Seahawks actually do it. But in this game, pretty much it was just how Gino just been doing the whole time since he basically got into the starter spot. It was just nice surgical offense. They seemed had all day. Like even like there was some sacks that I was like Thibodeau got a couple and Lawrence got in there, but Gino really had all day to do whatever he wanted to, no matter it was a bootleg or no matter he just straight dropped back. He was just sitting there, and it was really it was just he could just go through his progression so much that they came back on a couple of the passes or whatnot. They wasn't like going down the field or nothing like that, like what we sort of like do or have are they're known to do with Lockett and Metcalf. I was like that wasn't that type of game, but it was just really just smooth sailing and easy. I was like, they got Jamal Adams back, but that defense still just looked fast, and they were just all over the place. They're having people rush the passer. I was like, of course, except for Adams, Witherspoon, the rookie, he got like a pick six, and he played a really good game overall. But there's not, like unless you're actually a fan of like the Seahawks, you really don't know anybody on this defense like that. Like it is really a young crew of players. Um, and I was like, Walker's a beast running the ball. They got Noah Fant the ball in this game, and I thought I was like, God, he doesn't really get used in the offense like that. Of course, you got Lockett and Metcalf, who I already said. I was like, they just drafted in Geneva. I was like, I'll probably butcher his name. I was like, he got three of them, but I was like, that's the one that I always hear, and I even messed that up. But and they got they got Walker, but they also got Chardonnay. They got they always have running backs too on top of that. But I was like, they don't ever use Fant, but it was Drew Lock who got the ball because Gino got hurt, and good thing it wasn't nothing serious, especially considering how we've been seeing the injuries here late. So he left, but he came back in the game. And even though Gino has been good, since he's been in here and he was playing good this game, it also just sort of make you think like either the Giants are that bad or that the Seahawks offense is just like that much in a rhythm and stuff. That Drew Lock came in and they really didn't miss a beat. They wasn't trying to just be like safe because he's a backup quarterback either. Like they let him sort of pass the ball too, and he was able to do it. The Giants, on the other hand, the reason I said it was, I was like, New England game came to mind was, I already said the fast defense, I already talked about that, and how the offense of the Cowboys, but also how Mac Jones was really just like, with playing on offense, and that's sort of how Daniel Jones was at times. Like he played a lot better than Mac Jones, but he also costs the Giants this game in a lot of ways. Don't get me wrong, I was like their offensive line isn't good, and their defense wasn't doing anything really spectacular to give like the Giants better field position or nothing like that. But there were just like times where he was eating sacks in a way that's like because he's fat and mobile, and you can see he got away a lot of times in his game where he used his legs and whatnot. But there was also plenty of times when it was just kind of like you already sort of know how you're all like you're you should know what your team is sort of right now to where it's like you just might have to have one of them games where you're just running all over the place. Cause it's not like they brought the pressure on late in the game or nothing like that. He was getting hit and pressure like pretty much after like the first drive where they was able to sort of go down the field. I was like after that he was just sort of getting really wrecked after that. I like how they sort of was trying to be creative because they were giving Breida the ball, and I was like there was a couple times that Jones missed him because I was like he Jones fell on one play where he could have had a touchdown, but there was one where Jones just out like he just threw it a little bit past him, and if Breida was able to catch it, he would have also went to the house. But they have really like okay like receivers, like nobody's like dominant or nothing like that, but they have they have like Robinson. And I was like, how does it mean? I was like, he seems like more of like a like he should be like a like go up and get it type of dude. But they have I was like they got McCole Hardman and stuff, and it's not McCole Hardman, dude from like the guy from the he was on the Colts last year, Paris Campbell, that's what his name is. Yeah, so they got like a lot of players that's like you give them the ball and let them go. I was like on some, like almost on some like punt returner type stuff, where just like let them have the ball and be special. But they don't do enough of those things where I felt like they just hurry up and give them the ball and let them go. They didn't seem to have like a whole bunch of screens for them or nothing like that. It really seemed like they were trying to just drop back and have Daniel Jones really play like quarterback. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't or whatever, because he was doing well at the very beginning of the game. But also after the defense just started coming after y'all and whatnot, to me, I'm like, have Jones use his run to set up maybe the pass in this situation with this game, how this one goes. Or I was like, I don't know. That one where he got intercepted, I was like, that would just sort of it seemed like it would miss, like him and the receiver wasn't going, or he was throwing it to the other one. I was like, the way the angle looked, it looked like he was trying to throw it to the other receiver, but he was really trying to throw it to that one. It was like, but in my head, I was like, he pretty much got him down there by running the ball with like him running the ball, and so that's why it's sort of weird that it's just like you do a quick throw like that when it just I was like, when you're at that point in the end zone, I'm surprised most teams don't do it even more. But I was like, you can sort of just run with your quarterback because you're sort of the free guy and all this. I was like, even like there's not a spy as much as I was like, there's somebody watching the quarterback, of course, but there's not like a spy that's just specifically there all the time either. But that's my 2 cents on it. But yeah, no, this just looked like the bottom of the game. He had a couple of fumbles from getting hit from behind where he just couldn't feel the pressure. And that's sort of where I'm like, run. Because I'm like, if you already feeling skittish where you're over here like drifting off in the pocket, I was like, if you're not going to take off the run to give yourself like far away for a throw, just run to you can make the first down easy. He's that fast. He can do it. Yeah, so it's not that he that he's not on like Matt Jones level of like that. But it is sort of similar where it's like the weapons ain't there in the same way, kind of like how it is for Mac Jones. The line isn't there like how it is for Mac Jones. You're not sort of being put in a great spots, and not making excuses for him. But I was like, I guess in my head, I'm like, last year they seemed like they were running the ball with Daniel Jones a lot. And I get Saquon Barkley's not there, so maybe it's not the same type of threat. But that's his top quality. Use his top quality a lot more. That's all. That's what I'm saying. And I was like, also too, that's like sort of been the theme of this year with, like like Fields or Zach Wilson, or just letting them use their speed and their their mobility to sort of help them do the passing game, especially when you don't have top talent either. And then it is, but. Anyway, that game was pretty much over and done with. As soon as he threw that pick, it's a wrap. Even though we done had a couple comebacks, that was their chance, and they sort of blew it at that moment. But anyway, that's just my little recap of this. You got anything else? Let me know. I was like, do you think Daniel Jones is basically Mac Jones? Hey, I was like the Jones brothers. They both had a bad week. But if you don't like the video, hey, maybe next time. But till then, I'm out.